let's hope for a cracking game of rugby, and we're kicking off.
We will have a cracking one. Cambridge won't be wanting to think about this, but it is truly one of their last opportunities to avoid automatic relegation, the way the last one did. Numbers are sorted. Clayton prepares. Ransom, the captain, up in the air. Cambridge better on this occasion, but now it does start moving forwards. It is under the arm of Clayton. He can see the try line through his left eye. He throws himself over. London Scottish score into an early lead, and exactly what the home side needed against their big rivals, just a place below them on the league table.
A cracking start, and the forwards had a wee bit of assistance there from the backs, adding probably not a huge amount of weight, but it certainly helped. Cracking start for Scottish.
Simple stuff in the end. 2 consecutive penalties from Cambridge allowed Scottish to march their way up the field with kicks to touch. They won both. Scoot it out. Marcia's hand was in there. Now Bellamy sees the space on the left-hand side. He puts it for the star of the show, and of course he is going to go over. Absolutely no doubt about it. Why would Bellamy, with the boot that he's got this season, and Guy Rogers, with how much he has asserted himself in this game, why wouldn't they try that option on the penalty there? Cambridge weren't alive to it, and Scottish with their second score.
Fantastic. Cambridge caught napping. I thought maybe, having let it bounce, he might have lost the opportunity. However, he gathered beautifully off his left peg and beat the covering defence, who were basically half asleep.
Beautiful heads up to Draba. Fed on this occasion. Front rows go down. They go to Curry on the left and out to Robson. And in the end, Cambridge just carving their way through with apparent ease. It's taken them 28 and a half minutes to find their way into this match. But now a player, having been a player down, level at 14 players apiece, they do go over, and it is Charlie Robson up from the bench this week, a man who benefited from playing rugby league with London Broncos over the summer, who puts them on the board with the kick to come, and it's going to be Rory Dawson taking on deputy kicking duties while Marcia's sin bin continues. 22 and the try line, as Dory Palmer throws short to his captain. The maul starts rolling forwards, but they need to be very aware of the touchline. They just were in time, Cambridge. They need to avoid it going to ground if they want to keep the ball here. They don't stop it, and Scottish will have the scrum. And in fact, Jonathan Cook has time up on his watch, and so he ends this first half.
And come out positive in the second half. I don't feel there's been a huge amount of positivity from London Scottish. There's been spells of it, but never, for
London Scottish 13, Cambridge 5. Both sides having left far too much on the park in the first half. Cambridge especially being denied just at audition for the role of fly half. In the end, does stick to his bread and butter. Carries it into contact. Penalty advantage for Scottish. Wilstead thinks about the chip. Instead, it's the distribution to Rogers. Rogers has options both sides. He's going to go himself straight through the middle. What a score for Guy Rogers. His second in the game. That's from 40 metres out. And it turns this game on its head just when there was nothing to choose between the two sides. Scottish burst into a lead by some margin now.
That was fantastic. He looked like he was going to kick, knew he had the penalty advantage, and kept the ball in hand. And going through for that try, he kept the defence guessing because he had the ball in two hands. Fantastic. And kickable.
Actually, I have to apologise to Rogers. He received the pass from Wilstead on halfway, so he's gone the full 50 there. His ability to keep the opposition guessing He's made really good ground up towards the 22. Is there something left in this game for Cambridge? They have the advantage. Ruetti standing to the left of the ruck, but they go to the right. That's where the players are. Green puts the kick over the top. Not really the right option. They do have the advantage, however, but it is going to work out for Cambridge here. The try has been awarded. What a chase. And we are going to have another look at a phenomenal score for Cambridge. The heads-up play, well, it caught me unawares. I thought that the kick was too far ahead from Green. The chase, excellent to get after it. And Cambridge have just given themselves a lifeline here. There's the chip from Green. We see Curry herring after it. Scottish allow it to bounce. There's Curry throwing himself in. Gregor.
Nobody took responsibility. You think, oh, maybe it's his job. Yeah, maybe a lack of communication, but maybe there shouldn't be any communication at that stage. Even if three of you jump on the ball.
Down the blind side, Scottish go, the kick ahead, Ferdinand herring after it, and now it is Scottish who score a stunning try at their own. Bonus point for the home side. That will deny Cambridge the losing bonus point as well, even if they score in the time remaining. Wonderful play from London Scottish. That's the kind of thing they've been looking for all afternoon long, Gregor.
Absolutely, and well executed, and Noah put on the afterburners. He needed to, because that was millimetres from going over the dead ball line. Fantastic stuff.
Here we see again the maul. Kerins just alive to Ferdinand running behind him. The deftest of touches.
Exploit it.
Bellamy lines up the conversion. It's not been... Marshall plays scrum half, and Bellamy says, you know what, enough is enough. Let's send this one off the park, head into the sheds, and know that Scottish can now focus their attentions further up the table. Cambridge can start to breathe a little more easily. A 27-10 victory over Cambridge. From your